I want to throw out something you brought up before we went on air with the Naked Gun, is that people on the internet have taken exceptions to something that Anthony Diaz for Durong Brolin D'Alessandro put in one of his write-throughs last weekend, where he's talking about Naked Gun, that it didn't break out huge, and he posed the idea of, should they have cast younger for the lead in the, Liam Neeson? Should they have went younger? And this is what Anthony Diaz for Durong Brolin said. You could argue that Paramount should have gone with a younger cast, i.e. Pete Davidson, Dylan O'Brien. So he threw that out there. We've seen a lot of places on the internet. People are taking exception to that. Looking at the Blank Check Reddit, they're very upset about even suggesting that they should have cast younger for Frank Drebin Jr. Now, we would say we saw the movie. We love the movie. Liam Neeson is awesome in this movie.
Yes.
So creatively, absolutely not. He's perfect for the role.
Creatively, yes.
Do we agree at all with Anthony Diaz for Durong Brolin D'Alessandro that Pete Davidson should have played?
No, I mean,
Frank Drebin?
Yeah, because of all those huge hits that Pete Davidson, all those big movie hits he's been in.
Right. I mean, Riff Raff, just this year, he was the star of Riff Raff. He's currently the star of a movie called The Home,
yeah.
which I don't think we've ever mentioned on the show, but
No.
a horror movie that opened within the last couple of weeks starring Pete Davidson.
Which made jack shit at the theaters. I think that Pete Davidson as a... it's sad, and I think it shows a lot of why comedies aren't succeeding, is that is what goes to his mind, is Pete Davidson, a guy who basically gets by on the fact that he seems likable.
Yeah.
And
everyone says they like him. Everyone to meet him is to like him.
Listen, Sandman loves him.
Yep.
So I feel like Sandman has a great judge of character. He's a loyal guy. He wouldn't be friends with a loser.
Yep.
Necessarily.
Yep.
Unless he's been friends with them for a very, very long time. And then at that point,
still friends with
you're
them.
still friends because he's loyal. Dylan O'Brien is hilarious because this guy's a nobody who would bring nobody to the theater.
Is he the Maze Runner? What is he? What is he from?
Yeah, he's Maze Runner.
Okay.
He was on Curb Your Enthusiasm for one episode where he played a dickhead version of himself.
Okay.
Which is always the easiest thing to do.
Okay.
So that's laughable. The real issue here, and the real thing, if they were going to cast young, and I know people are going to say, you always say this.
Right.
But what about Logan Paul? What about Mr. Beast? What about
I Show Speed?
I Show Speed.
Maybe I Show Speed.
What about
I don't
whatever that guy's name is, the guy who started the riot at Union Square?
Oh, that the Twitcher who started the riot at Union Square. Maybe. I don't think Frank Drebin is a good part for Logan Paul.
It's not for Pete Davidson either.
It's not. Yeah. I don't.
And one of the original Naked Gun writers, I believe it was one of the Zuckers, maybe, was interviewed about this movie and said it wasn't how he would do it. And what he would do is he would cast a younger actor as Drebin Jr. That was his pitch.
Right.
And so, again, artistically, this movie is what it should be. And it's the best possible thing we could have gotten from a Naked Gun reboot.
Yes.
In my mind. But if you're going to go for it, then why not Mr. Beast?
Well, here's why not Mr. Beast as the lead of a Naked Gun movie? I mean, I guess if you're thinking just box office, the way that they could have cast the Naked Gun movie is if they could have got a young star, a real star, not a Dylan O'Brien, not a Pete Davidson, who mean zilch at the box office. But if...
I can't believe we're even talking about Dylan O'Brien.
Right.
At least Pete Davidson at some point had like oh, could he break out?
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to say there was never a moment where Pete Davidson maybe could have led a movie.
Yeah.
But Dylan O'Brien, what the fuck?
There was a time, probably a couple of weeks before Bodies came out, where we thought maybe this will catch on and maybe this will break Pete Davidson in some way or help break him. That's probably the end. That's where that ended. I mean, listen, by the time Riff Raff came and went, there was no even thought that Pete Davidson is going to be a movie star.
Yeah. He couldn't even keep a show on the air on Peacock that had
Joe Pesci come out of retirement
for.
Yeah. Yeah. Joe Pesci came out of retirement for 2 projects. One was The Irishman. The other was a Pete Davidson streaming series. Bupkis. And that wasn't even enough.
Which I don't even think is still on the... It might not even be on the service because they didn't want to pay for the storage.
I think you might be right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that is one of those where unless you recorded it, I guess, with your phone, you can't watch Bupkis anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. Pete Davidson, Dylan O'Brien. It's wild that Anthony D is for Durong Brolin, D'Alessandro's even has a...
Durong
Drebin, for sure. But if Naked Gun had been a passion project for a Jennifer Lawrence or
as Francine
Drebin, yes. You know...
Now you're selling me on this.
Or, and again, you always saying, but like Timmy. If Timmy...
He can't do every movie.
He can't do every movie. But if this was the movie he chose instead of the ping pong movie or something, you know, or who's Spider-Man that we said, of course, should... Tom Holland. I know Tom Holland, we talked at length a few weeks ago with Tony Zarrett that he should be starring in the Skibbity Toilet movie.
Yeah.
But if he had said in a British accent, because he is British, if he had said, I want to show off that I'm funny, I'm going to play Frank Drebin Jr. in Naked Gun, that's a situation where a young star actually would have brought an audience to this movie. Mm-hmm. And again, creatively, Liam Neeson, best case scenario, but there is a world in which Jennifer Lawrence is Francine Drebin.
That's the one
and the movie really works.
Upset. Yeah.
And it opens bigger. And it's hard to say it opens bigger because No Hard Feelings open to basically the same.
That was completely original.
Yeah.
This is an IP.
Yeah. So I think box office wise, if they had cast a Jennifer Lawrence, a younger star, as Francine Drebin, it could have still worked creatively and been a bigger movie.
But how much bigger? That's the thing.
Yeah. Is that a version that opens to 30? Probably not.
I mean, does it open to 21?
Right.
Which is, when you're talking 17 to 21, it's a big difference. Right? But is it enough that you invested it? Because the thing is, she's not going to do it for... Unless she really is like...
Neeson's not cheap either.
Yeah, but he's probably cheaper than she is.
Probably. I mean, again, depending on if she says...
Give me points.
Give me points.
Give me
or
back end.
I grew up watching Naked Gun over and over again. I played Rock Band and I watched Naked Gun movies. That's what I do because I'm Jennifer Lawrence and I'm awesome. So there is that possibility where
Did she play Guitar Hero? Is that something that she said?
I'm sure she plays Guitar Hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still to this day, you think?
She may have lost. I'm sure those things break after a few years. But
she really mashing those buttons.
Yeah. She gets into it.
She was really rocking.
Yeah. So that could have been a scenario where that opens bigger. I mean, listen, we just may be at a place where it's confirmed that unless it's comedy mixed with another genre, the ceiling is lower than it ever has been at the theaters. And listen, fingers crossed, we're hoping that Freppins doesn't just wipe out Naked Gun second weekend, and it does hold, and a world in which on Monday we're talking about how Naked Gun is still in double digits, made another 10, 11 million. That would be amazing.
And then that means so many people are going to the theater.
Yeah.
That means so many people are going
Yeah.
to their local multiplex.
Yeah. So we will see. We will see.